We're going to be joined right now by Seahawks safety Rayshawn Jenkins. Rayshawn, we're so excited to have you here on the Huddle, and I know that we're supposed to be looking back at week 2 here and kind of looking ahead to the Dolphins, but I just have to say, heck of a tackle week 1 to save what felt like it might have been a touchdown there. How did it feel to kind of get your season started there at Lumen?
I mean, it felt really good. It was everything that I kind of expected from, the 12s and everything. Very loud environment, hostile environment if you're, not the home team.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you say, the tackle, that's my job description. Something breaks, it's not going to be pretty all the time. Just, at the end of the day, make sure the ball's on the ground.
Yeah, how fun is that to play in front of that crowd? I just remember back in the Kingdom days, you could be standing right next to somebody and you can't hear. And so you got to use hand signals.
Yeah.
But the adrenaline surge that you get from that crowd is well worth it, right?
Yeah, it's definitely well worth it. I've never had a home crowd like that ever, in all my life playing football. So that was pretty cool to experience. And just like you said, man, the crowd plays into the game. The 12s play into the game. So, it gives you that burst of energy. It gives you that momentum that you may need to, accomplish a third down or a critical moment into the game. And they just come alive. You feel it.
So remind me, in week 1, was it the offense who got the entrances onto the field?
Yes.
Okay, so it's your guys' turn this time around. Have you thought about whether you're going to be running out? Are you going to be waving? Are you going to do like a move? Like how much thought, Rayshawn, have we put into the entrance here?
I ain't really put too much thought into it, honestly, but I'm pretty sure something will come to me. That's kind of just how I've kind of been my entire career. So I'm excited to see for myself what's going to happen. It's going
to be so fun. It's fun to watch.
Maybe it's going to be a cartwheel. Or something like that.
Can we take credit for it if it ends up being a cartwheel? Or you could just come out and do the polite professional. I'm a veteran. I know what I'm doing.
Please don't do that, because if you hurt yourself, then we'll be to blame. But no, it's tell us about Coach Macdonald and like how much of is he like the D coordinator basically? Is he that involved, or are you mostly talking to Coach AD, or how's the interaction on the sideline? Yeah,
so I mean, they kind of have their own role or flavor they kind of bring to the defense. I would say Coach Macdonald is definitely the X and O's guy, and then Coach AD is definitely just the mindset guy. How do we want the tape to look? We want guys flying around, being physical, and then like I just said, Coach Macdonald, he comes in, he handles the X and O's. This is how we're being attacked. This is how we're going to stop them.
You guys have been such a sound tackling team through 2 weeks, and I know that that's so hard when you start a season, right? Normally, we see defensive errors early because you guys just don't get as much practice doing that in training camp. What kind of work did you guys do in preseason? Was it like tackle drills constantly? Was it just doing stuff over and over? Did it feel like they were drilling it in, or what was that like?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would definitely say tackling was definitely a focal point in camp. Tackling, turnovers, which is the case amongst all the teams that I've been on. So but what we did different was we were intentional every day. So we would come out. We would have actual stations that we would just rotate through for about 10 minutes early in the practice. And we still do it now, and it's not even training camp anymore. So we still go out there and we just make it a focal point, and we go out there with intent, not just going through the motions or anything like that. And then we may not be getting live reps, but just I would say it's kind of like a mental rep in a sense.
Yeah.
To where, it just translates to the game.
It shows. It shows early. Yeah,
the tackling, especially in the first game, like I just remember kind of clinching up when I had an open field tackle situation, and I like you're so afraid you're going to miss the tackle, and it seems like your guys' mentality is kind of like the first guy down on punt or kickoff, like take a shot.
Absolutely.
And when you do that, you know where your help is, and you don't worry about it. Does that kind of free you up a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So just like you said, first guy mentality, take a shot because you trust that your team is pursuing from the backside or wherever they are to clean up anything that you might miss. And we have that opposite mindset. Actually, we're not afraid to when we see those, because we train it a lot. So it's just like just normal down. So it's like, hey, ball in the flat, break down, go take a shot. But it's a saying we say, a good missed tackle.
Right.
All missed tackles aren't bad. As long as you're missing it to your leverage and clarifying it for the guys that's pursuing.
And you're redirecting.
Redirecting, stopping the ball carrier's feet and everything like that. That all plays a part into it.
When I'm calling out the games on the radio and I see an open field situation, I still clinch up. I'm like, oh, man. You guys are fun to watch, though, man.
Yeah, thank you.
What was the coolest tackle that or your biggest tackle where you were like, I took down that Hall of Famer?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you do, Wyman.
I think Eric on a punt. Well, that's mentality. I was running down on a punt. I was the first guy there, and I just took a shot and made a tackle, and it was kind of freeing.
Yeah.
It made you feel like, okay. And the other thing is like if you just redirect the guy, you're kind of doing your job.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys are looking great so far, and you are back home, and you have time. You have a couple days to think about your entrance. So we can't wait to see
it might be a cartwheel.
Be careful. Be careful, Rayshawn. Please be careful. He is Rayshawn Jenkins, kind enough to join us on the Huddle, taking a look ahead to Miami in Week 3 next.